Yeah, he could improve with the blinkers first. I'm just noted him going on the track there, Bernie. He wanted to charge as soon as he got onto the track. He's obviously had an issue getting shot out the back as well. So not sure those blinkers are going to do the trick or not.
All right, that's how the babies look. They're all behind the barriers. Brian Simpson and Tony Gollan looking for their first Magic Millions. Brooke, your wife, looking not so nervous. I like the confidence, Brooke. Brian, how are you feeling?
Yeah, this is the first one I've been pretty nervous for. We've been here a couple of times before. We haven't been able to jag one of the 2 or 3 year old races, but I'm sure with Brooke's luck we'll go pretty well today.
She, of course, races for the ladies' bonus as well.
She does, and I just found out that the ladies' bonus goes all to the ladies. So
that's the idea, Brian.
Thanks, Bern. I appreciate that. I'm learning.
How's Tony feeling?
Yeah, I think he's pretty nervous. He's been pretty quiet this morning. Typically, Tony, grumpy, angry. So on today.
That's what we like. Picture perfect parade. Didn't turn her hair.
No, she's honestly just loping around like she knows what she's going to do out there, and let's just see what happens in the next couple of minutes.
Good luck, team.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right. Always nerve-wracking, isn't it, guys? Trying to win this race. But one thing they can take into consideration, their filly was just like another day, right? Just like she just stepped out of the box.
Yeah, Skirt the Law's got a really good chance. It all looks good. She's got the good gait. She'll go forward. The crowd today, we had in excess of 20,000 here last Saturday on a bleak day, but they've transferred it to today, Bernie. I think they'd be pretty happy with the result, given that a lot of people are at work, but still there's a lot of tourists around.
Absolutely, and I think as the afternoon goes on, we're going to get more people to the race.
Knocking off early, a nice half day, go to the beach, out to the races. Where else would you rather be, Paul?
This is just my everyday life. That's what I do.
You're a local.
I've gone 13, 4, 10 and 9. I'm with Skirt the Law. I think she just gets the lovely run here. There's a few question marks over others where they've drawn, etc. I think she'll lob into the gun trailing position and she runs 1200.
Yeah, I'd like to help predict Tony Gollan's first Magic Millions winner, so I'm with you, Paul, and Skirt the Law as my pick of the hour, but a number of them looked great. Obviously, the favourites all looked terrific, but her parade was faultless, and we'll really see how good she is here today, so Skirt the Law for me. Let's go behind the barriers and see who Ellie Mosley has caught up with.
Pretty well at the moment, Bern, but as I say that, I think Sovereign Fun might have just gone up a touch. Platinum Jubilee was the first to go in, and she's been the consummate professional the whole way through from the first day I saw her, and she's doing exactly the same now, as is Royal Empress. She's gone in there. Just having a look at some of the others who are still out. Our favourite has just been hanging out in the trees and has gone in. Godfather's getting a little bit warm. Summer Loving's doing everything right. She's a Rogue is also getting a little bit warm, but otherwise everything is well so far.
Spot Ellie by the tree. It's basically first in best dressed, isn't it?
I think so. I think that's where I'd like to be hanging out if there was enough room, Ben.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Well, everybody seems pretty well, other than perhaps Sovereign Fund, although Ellie didn't seem too concerned. Let's have a look at the market, Maxi.
Here, Empire Japan is out of point, 4 out to 5. Sovereign Fund number 2, $6.50 into $6. These are the Queensland official prices. The 10 Platinum Jubilee, $6.50 into $6, back to $6.50. And Paul, there is Skirt the Laws remains solid. Anything else on the board there? I think Fire Lane is being entertained at big prices.
Yeah, 18 into 14 Fire Lane, and there was a little push for Annabelle Neesham's horse, Empress of Wonder. It's just slid off the screen now, but I think it was maybe 10 into 850. There it is, 10 into 850 Empress of Wonder.
All right, we are running a little bit late here, but they are loading up pretty nicely here now. So I think it's time to head upstairs to Josh Fleming.
To come along, so 5 to move in. Godfather coming up to an outside barrier. Skirt the Law, well drawn. She's away from the line. And Excel Dior to move in. The Riderless Infatuation and Empire of Japan, who's got the white cap to come up. So 4 to move in for the Star Magic Millions 2-year-old. Excel Dior for Brody Lloyd to move in. Skirt the Law in the pink black soil bloodstock silks to come along. Now, Infatuation is really none too keen about it, and also Empire of Japan watching on. Platinum Jubilee drawn about a middle barrier. Sun Source has the inside. Empress of Wonder drawn out. Now another effort being made with Infatuation, who walks in. So waiting for Skirt the Law to come along with XL Dior and Empire of Japan. And the millions feel to be right. So Skirt the Law going in. XL Dior to come along. Empire of Japan walking up in the line, and the field is now right. So 1,200. Stand by for the millions. They're all in. Red light turned on. Here we go. Good line. Set now. They're racing in the Magic Millions, and the inside. Skirt the Law began well. Likewise, rolling forward as Royal Entrance up into third. Fire Lane. Fourth, the inside there is Infatuation. Rolling forward as Croatian Belle, and tracked out as Miss Cuda. Further back to Empress of Wonder, and likewise X over on the outside, Sovereign Fund. Drifting back as Platinum Jubilee. Godfather's out deeper. Summer Loving's in that clump as well with XL Dior. Further back to Empire of Japan. Sun Source, She's a Rogue, and Chrysler also swing down the side. So it's Royal Entrance here with Fire Lane. Third, three wide is Miss Cuda. Fourth, the inside there is Skirt the Law. Rolling forward, Sovereign Fund out deeper. Further back to Empress of Wonder, Godfather. The inside is Infatuation, and Empire of Japan right towards the outside. 350 metres left to run, and Fire Lane on the outside of Royal Entrance, the first couple. The inside third is Infatuation. Running home with Skirt the Law, and also Miss Cuda, and right down the outside is Empire of Japan, but Skirt the Law has taken over and kicked away. Running home the inside is Platinum Jubilee, but Skirt the Law's in front, and Skirt the Law's all too good. Skirt the Law's won by length and a half. Second to Platinum Jubilee. Third, Summer Loving, followed by Infatuation. Empire of Japan, Fire Lane, Empress of Wonder, Miss Cuda, Croatian Belle, Chrysler, Royal Entrance, and further back was Godfather, Sun Source, She's a Rogue, XL Dior, and Sovereign Fund at the rear.
How amazing was that? Well done, Tony Gollan. Well done, Black Soil Bloodstock. Maxi,
Skirt the Law.
quite the treat for Queenslanders.
Absolutely. Hootson was our last winner in this race. Skirt the Law. Trained by Tony Gollan, ridden by Ryan Maloney. Paulie had her in that perfect position coming towards the bend. He just needed a touch of luck.
Exactly, Maxie. It all went to plan, didn't it? From that good draw, he tucked in behind the speed. They didn't go hectic up front. A few of the outside horses didn't want the lead, and that took a bit of juice out of the race. It was always going to make her hard to catch once she kicked, and didn't she find the line? Look at her put a couple of lengths on them. Number 10 will run second, Platinum Jubilee. Looks like Summer Loving might dive through for third. We'll get that number through as soon as it comes, but looks like Summer Loving made a late dive for third, Maxie.
And Empire Japan was back. He was running on the outside, but it was all in vain because Skirt the Law has been able to make it 3 wins from only 3 starts. There's been a lot of confidence in the air with this filly Bernie. She was backed into favouritism, I think, last Friday. And Tony Gollan was just oozing confidence, and he was spot on.
Why not? We didn't know how good she was, but she's been a superstar. Let's get to Ali, who's with Ryan Maloney.
Well, Ryan, that's what I like to call redemption.
100%, Ali. Look, Tony's done an enormous job with her. I was never concerned after she missed that run. She's had a faultless preparation. She speaks for herself. She's so professional for a filly that hasn't done quite a lot. She's obviously, it's her first prep, and just to do what she's done today, it speaks volumes of the horse and trainer.
I guess just on that, talk us through the run. What are you feeling?
Look, she's just so professional. She can put her wherever. She doesn't have to lead, like I said, and once I found the back of Gaze and the horse of Brad Widdup's, I just needed an out, and once Miss Cuda dropped off and I was able to get that run, she put him to the sword and she showed what she's got.
Is this something you've been hoping to come back and do after Isotope a couple of years ago?
Yeah, 100%, especially for Tony. Obviously Isotope he trained her, and just a Black Soil Bloodstock. They've been terrific supporters as well as Tony, so to get this for him, it means the world.
So pleased for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, great work. Well done, Ryan Maloney. We're going to have Tony Gollan shortly, but she takes out the big chunk of the women's bonus here as well. I think because, Maxie, there was only 3 racing for 500,000, it's a little bit more.
Yeah. So in excess of 350,000, I think, the bonus. We're about to hear from Tony. Bernie's giving him a big hug and a kiss. Congratulations.
This is quite the story. I mean, when they made the mould for the perfect racehorse, they had this filly in mind.
Yeah, they did. She's a beauty, you know. Sean Foote and the team, they loved her last year at the sales when we bought her. And I know we all say that when we buy them, and we dare to get back here the next year. And we identified her early as being early, and all she's done is improve and improve. And we sort of had to chance our filly a bit. We were a long time between runs. We did have that barrier trial, and I had to really trust her today. And geez, boy, she didn't let me down. She was better than ever.
Next beautiful part of this story is you race with, obviously, Black Soil Bloodstock, your childhood best buddy, Brian Simpson.
Yeah, Brian's my best mate in the world, and to be able to do this with him, and a very excited bunch of ladies in the background there, and a lot of them existing, some new clients. It's just an amazing journey, this whole filly, you know, the way she's done it all the way through. Their ladies group chat started lighting up after her first win, daring to be here on this day, you know. We all talked about the ladies bonus. I said, that's an added plus to us. I really wanted to win this race, and it's one of the best races in Queensland, and now we've won it, and to do it with this group of people, it means so much.
She's 61 into 15s for the Golden Slipper.
Yeah, so she should be, I'd say, on that. Well, she can handle wet ground. It's not that wet today, obviously, but she can adapt in soft conditions, which you need for the autumn. Let's just get home and get through today first. I'm so proud of her. Not too many, I don't think any 2-year-olds ever won the Major Millions off as big a break between runs, what she's done today. So she's broke a bit of history there in herself.
Tony, that tells us what we already know. What a marvellous, crazy, great trainer you are.
Oh, I appreciate that, Bernie, but, you know, you got to have the cattle, and I'm very fortunate to have a good team that supply me with really good horses to train, as you know. So, yeah, very, very fortunate trainer I am, and have a filly like her, it's awfully exciting.
Let's just briefly go back a couple of weeks when she was in to race here on Wave Day, and you were like, oh, do I, don't I? You elected not to, which was obviously a great move.
Yeah, it was, and I knew when I got down here and seen race 1, it was a fast track that day, which doesn't scare me in the summer, but I would have worried what it would have done to her for today. I'm more than happy to have come here fresh. You start to have a few self-doubts. I didn't let anyone sort of know about it leading into the last 3 or 4 days. There's been a few sleepless nights worrying, had I done enough and had everything, I ticked every box for her. I talked it up like I had, but I was slightly nervous the space between runs, but I shouldn't have been. She powered through the line, and she's a quality horse. You know, they overcome a lot of things.
She's a star, just like you, and we will forgive you for not being fresh tomorrow. Go and enjoy a drink.
Thanks, Bern. I will. Cheers.
All right, Tony Gollan, how good is it to be a Queenslander today, Max?
Absolutely. Buy a Queensland sire in Better Than Ready, so it's just all fantastic for the local racing industry here.
Raced, owned, bred.
The whole kit and caboodle.
Kit and caboodle. All right. I was going to give you the numbers. I've been in such a rush, Maxie. Numbers.
13, 10, 12. I just haven't got the minor numbers, Bernie, but 13, 10, 12.
We got sidetracked, guys, but for now, let's go back to Shani in the studio.
Thanks, Bern. The numbers are 13, 10, 12, and 8. Infatuation has finished in 4th spot. Now, take note, our graphics are incorrect there. Tony Gollan was obviously the winning trainer there of Skirt the Law. Gain Adrian trained Summer Lovin', and Infatuation was obviously Bjorn Baker. So just having a few little technical difficulties with our graphics today. We do apologise, but it is out of our control. So Skirt the Law, what an impressive little filly. She's not a 7-year-old gelding, I can guarantee you that. She's the perfect little 2-year-old, and she takes out the feature race at the Gold Coast.